प्रणतपालाय श्री कृष्णाय नमो नमः। श्री कृष्णं श्री घनश्यामं पूर्णानंद कलेवरं द्विभुजं सर्वदेवेशं राधा निकिता विग्रहं महाभाव सर्वपदं कृष्णा प्रिय वरीयसी प्रिय भक्ति देवी राधिके तुम नमामि हम। राधे वृंदावनादिश्य कर्णामृत वाहिनी कृपया निष्पादावदास्य मह्यं प्रदीयताम्। गोविंद नंदिनी राधा गोविंद मोहिनी गोविंद सर्वत्र सर्वकांता शिरोमणि भजामि राधाम अरविंद नेत्रहस्मत् स्मरामि राधा मधुरास्मदास्यं वदामि राधं करुणावदातं ततं मन्यास्ति गति न कापि तवेवास्मि ना जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधिके त्वं न च मां चरणान्तिकं। श्याम सुंदर शिखंड शेखर स्मरहास्यामूल्य मनोहर राधिका रसिक मां कृपा निधे सदेवी चरणन किंकिरम गुरु। कुमकुमात् कंचनाभ गर्भहारी गौरभा पितरांचिताब्द गंध कीर्ति निंदी शोरभा वल्लवेश सूनु सर्व वंचितार्थ साधिका मह्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास्य दास्तु राधिका कौरविंद कांति निंद चीतपत शातिका कृष्ण मत्त भृंग केली फूल पुष्प वाटिका कृष्ण नित्य संगमार्थ पद्म बंधु राधिका मह्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास्य दास्तु राधिका सौकुमार्य शिष्ट पल्लव वाली कीर्ति निग्रहा चंद्र चंदनोपलेन्दु सेव्य शीत विग्रहा वा स्वाभिमान मार्स वल्लभीश कामताप बंदिका मह्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दास्तु राधिका विश्ववंद्य योवतावि वंदितावि या रमा रूप नव्य यौवनादि संपदानय समा शील राध्य लीलया च सायतोषी नाधिका मह्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास्य दास्तु राधिका रासलस्य गीत नर्म शतकलाली पंडिता प्रेम रम्य रूप वेश सद्गुणाली मंडिता विश्व नव्य गोप योषी दालितो प्रियाधिका मह्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास्य दास्तु राधिका नित्य नव्य रूप केली कृष्ण भाव संपदा कृष्ण राग बंद गोप योवतेषु कंपदा कृष्ण रूप वेश केली लग्न सत समाधिका मह्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास्य दास्तु राधिका श्वेत कंप कंत काक्षु गदगदादि संचिता मर्ष हर्ष वम ताकी भावभूष संचिता कृष्ण नेत्र तोषी रत्न मंडनाली राधिका मह्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास्य दास्तु राधिका या कृष्णार्ध कृष्ण विप्र योग संत तोदिता नेक दैन्य चपलादि भाव वृंद मोदिता यात्न लाब्ध कृष्ण संग नीरघात खालिका मह्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास्य दास्तु राधिका अष्टकेन यष्टेन नान्ति कृष्ण वल्लभा दर्शनापि शैलजादि योषिदालि दुर्लभाम कृष्ण संग नंदितात्म दास्य सिंधु भाजनम मृतार्थ पाद पद्म दास्य दास्तु राधिका. This is something else. Dasya Sindhu Bhajanam Kam Karoti Nindadali, something like this. Anyways, Hare Krishna. It's a very auspicious day today. We have a birthday of Srimati Radharani. Radharani ki Jai. Appearance day of Radharani is very, very auspicious and very important for us. Why? Because the goal of our life is to attain only and only the service to Srimati Radhika, and Radharani is the only one who can give us the service to Krishna, and actually में देखा जाए तो एक स्फूर्ति होती है, एक एक निष्ठा होती है अपनी स्वामिनी में। जब उस निष्ठा की बात आती है तो फिर जब कहते हैं ना कि यू जस्ट वांट टू ओनली स्टिक टू दैट निष्ठा। फॉर एग्जांपल, there's so many one proper disciple. There's so many, but I will just take the name of one person. His name was Vibhu Chaitanya Prabhu. Mukundara Prabhu often talks about him. He used to chant, and he used to cook. But then he got so much engrossed in cooking for Radha Shyam Sundar in Vrindavan, that he was not able to chant sometime. People, they complained that Vibhu Chaitanya is not chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Prabhu said, Srila Prabhupada said, he doesn't have to chant. He's already engaged in the service. And because Prabhupada said one time in one of the lectures that all the 6 temples of Goswamis, they reside within the boundaries of Krishna Balaram temple. So he never left Krishna Balaram temple. I mean, throughout his life, he had never seen Radha Damodar. He had never seen Radha Raman, maybe, or maybe none of the Goswami temple. Whole life, his life was all about cooking for Radha Shyam. So, निष्ठा, गुरु वर्ग में निष्ठा, गुरु की वाणी में निष्ठा, फिर अपनी स्वामिनी में निष्ठा, है ना। जैसे लोग कहते हैं राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे, राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे, राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे, राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे। पागलों की तरह आते चीखते चिल्लाते चले जाते हैं। भगवान बहुत ट्रिकी है, जिसको जो चाहिए वो मिल जाता है। और राधे राधे श्याम मिला दे क्यों? ताकि हमारा बिगड़े काम बना दे, बिगड़े काम बना दे, बिगड़े काम बना दे। तो लेकिन हम लोग जो हम कहते हैं श्याम मिला दे राधे राधे, श्याम मिला दे राधे राधे। हे श्याम सुंदर शिखंड शेखर, श्याम सुंदर शिखंड शेखर, स्मर हास्य मुरली मनोहर। कितनी सुंदर आपकी स्माइल है और आप मुरली मनोहर हो, लेकिन राधिका रसिक माम कृपा निधे सदेवी चरणन किंकिणम गुरु। प्लीज एंगेज मी टू सर्विस ऑफ श्रीमती राधिका। So one of the acharyas is thinking also that we cannot attain the goal of life, that is Radha Dasyam, without the mercy of Krishna, of course, and his devotees. And we cannot attain the service to Krishna without the mercy of Radharani. So it's both the ways actually. This song is composed by Rup Goswami. Today it is our Mangalachal, because we want our program, this Harikatha festival, to be auspicious. So now we will sing this most auspicious song. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Daite, Gokul Taruni Mandal Mahite, Gokul Taruni Mandal Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Daite Radhe Damodarati Vardhan Veshe Hari Nishkut Vrinda Vipine She Damodarati Vardhan Veshe Hari Nishkut Vrinda Vipine She Vishubhanunand Bangdadi Nav Shashilesh ke Lalita Sakhi Gun Ramit Vishake विश्वभानुदाधि नव शशिलेके ललित सखी गुण रमित विशाखे करुणा कुरु मयि करुणा भरीते सनक सनातन वर्णित चरिते करुणा करुमयि करुणा भरीते सनक सनातन राधे जय जय माधव राधे राधे. What is the meaning of Radhe? Radhite, Aradhayate iti. Lord Krishna himself worships Srimati Radhika. Radhika always worship him. When she manifests from Krishna's left side in the arena of Rasa Leela, she at once ran towards him to worship him, and he ran towards her. Radhe, Jaya Jaya, oh Radhe, all glories unto you, all glories unto you. Madhav Daite, you are very near and dear to Lord Madhav. ये लोग समझते माधव दईते मतलब राधे मुझे माधव दे दो. Once Srimati Radhika entered a sulky mood. She was sitting on one side of Radha Kund and Krishna was on the other side. The breeze coming from Radha's side touched the beautiful fragrance of Radha Kund and also the veil of Radhika. Not Radhika herself, but the veil of Radhika, which held her fragrance. Radhika is so fragrant, it makes Krishna mad. When that breeze touched Krishna, he exclaimed, my life is successful, my life is successful. Yasya kadapi vasanachal khel tha danyati danya dhanya pavanena kitarthamani yogind durgam gatir madhusudanopi tasya namo astu vishabhanu deshepi. I offer my obeisances to even the direction facing the daughter of Vishwabhanu Maharaj. Sri Radhika, the completely captivates the heart of Madhusudana Sri Krishna, the performer of honey-like pastime, whom the great yogis rarely attain. When a gentle gust of wind playfully touches her cloth and carries its sweet fragrance towards Krishna and touches his body, he embraces it with his heart and feels that his life has become successful. Who is Krishna? He is Madhusudana. So many sages and saintly kings are able to control their mind, and their minds are thus purified. Even in their meditation, they cannot touch the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. On the other hand, when the same Krishna has any connection with Radhika, even by perceiving the fragrance of a veil, he becomes overwhelmed. He becomes like mad. Radhika is so glorious. Venumkaran nipatitam sakhalitam shikhinnam vattam cha pita vasanam brajvraj suno yasya katashkashat sharghat vimurchit tasya tam radhikam paricharami kadarasena. When the heart of Brajaraja's son Shri Krishna is pierced by the arrow of Srimati Radhika's sidelong glances, he drops his flute, his peacock feather falls from his turban, and his upper clothes become disheveled, and he begin to faint. Oh, when will I render her loving service that is saturated with rasa? तो एक्चुअली में जो भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद के सामने है ना, जैसे ही उनके घर के सामने जगन्नाथ जी का रथ रुक गया और 3 दिन तक बाहर नहीं निकला तो बड़ा परेशान हो गए सब लोग कि क्यों नहीं चल रहा रथ, आगे क्यों नहीं बढ़ रहा. तो कहते हैं जगन्नाथ जी का रथ कभी कभी रुक जाता है when he wants to look at his own devotee. तो इतने में भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर जी अपने घर से निकल कर आए और जैसे ही भक्ति सिद्धांत महाराज को जगन्नाथ जी के सामने दिखाया तो जगन्नाथ जी का मुकुट गिर गया, उनकी माला गिर गई गले से. ठीक है, तो ये पर्टिकुलर श्लोक बोला जाता है. इसीलिए कहा जाता है कि जैसे वेणुम करान निपितम स्खलितम शिखंडम, ठीक है, when the heart of Braj's son Shri Krishna is pierced by the arrow of Radharani's वर्ताम च पीत वसनम व्रज राज सुनो यस्या कटाक्ष शरघाट विमुचित तस्या। समझना इस बात को, हाँ, कोई कोई नहीं समझाएगा ये बात को इतनी आसानी से। कटाक्ष को ना समझते हो, तेरी आंखें। मुनिंद्र नंद वंदिते त्रिलोक शोक हारिणी प्रसन्न वक्त पंकजे निकुंज भूविलासिनी वजेंद्र भानु नंदिनी वजेंद्र सूर संगते कदा करिष्यसि हमा कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम। तो जो कटाक्ष है ना, यही नयन है राधा रानी, नयन कटाक्ष। तो एक्चुअली में भक्ति सिद्धांत महाराज का नाम कहा जाता है, हिज नेम इज नयनमणि मंजरी। इसीलिए जैसे ही राधा रानी की नयनमणि कटाक्ष आंखें कृष्ण के सामने गई, कृष्ण ट्रेम्बल्ड एंड इमीडिएटली उनके मुकुट गिर गया, उनकी माला गिर गई। ठीक है, इसीलिए भक्ति सिद्धांत महाराज को इतनी समझ में आ गया उन्हें कि ही इज द वन who will preach the mission of Mahaprabhu all over the world. Srila Prabodhana Saraswati writes, oh, when will Rasa will I have a chance to serve Srimati Radhika? What Rasa? Manjari Rasa. It is so high class, even more so that the stage preceding prema such as Snehaman, Rag, Anurag, still more than that, that is a Rasa. Venum Kavanta Nipatitam. When Sri Krishna plays his flute, all the gopis are controlled. Akhila Rasamrit Murti, Prasmar Ruchi Ruddha Tarakapali, Kalit Shama Lalito, Radha Prayan Vidur Jayati. Shri Krishna Chandra is supremely glorious. He is the condensed form of all the eternal super mundane rasa. Indeed, he has not neglected the full expression of any divine sentiment. Just see how he subjugates the extremely submissive Gopi Taraka, just as the vernal full moon outshines a tiny star. Her own effulgence totally engulfed by his brilliance, and Pali, who is also controlled by him, is just like a constellation keeping the moon on her bosom. His rays overpowers her as well, and when the huh? and when the ideal for love deals in the same way, Shri Krishna makes Shama, who is like the dark blue vault, and Lalita, who is love, diligence, personified, his very own. He comes under the control of the prema of Srimati Radhika, who is the embodiment of Mahabhav and the origin of all the Ruteshwaris. Just as the full moon comes under the powerful influence of Sri Radha constellation in the spring season, Srimati Radhika's love completely eclipses and defeats him. She is his everything, without which he is just a lonely moon. Krishna is an ocean of rasa. And what does he do? By his flute and beautiful beauty, especially by his flute, he controls gopis like Taraka and Pali and Chandravali and other, such as Bhadra, Shamla, Lalita. He also controls all the cows with his flute, and he controls everything with that flute. Yet, when he saw Srimati Radhika, that flute fell from his hand, and even this peacock feather fell down. Fell down. Venum Kavanta Nipatitam. Where did it fall? At the lotus feet of Radha. Vinyastam cha Pita Vasanam. He did not know that his yellow shawl was also falling down. He had become totally mad and at once fainted. Srimati Radhika is so glorious. And therefore Srila Rupa Goswami said, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Prite. Shri Krishna has said in Srimad Bhagavatam, Na payare aham nirodhya samyujam sadhu kityam vibhu धायु सापी वह यामा भजन भजन दुर्जर गेह श्रृंखला samvrishchatadvah pratigayatu sadhuna. I'm not able to repay my debt for your spotless service, even within a lifetime of Brahma. Your connection with me is beyond reapproach. You have worshipped me, cutting off all the domestic ties which are difficult to break. Therefore, please let your own glorious deeds be your compensation. Chaitanya Smara Garle Khandanam, Baba Shirasi Mandanam, Dehipad Pa, Dehipad Pallavam Udaram. Oh, my dear Cupid's powerful poison is devastating me. Please be merciful to me and place upon my head the cooling, tender petals of your lotus feet. भगवान में माइंड को ठंडा करने के लिए दिमाग को ठंडा करने के लिए अपने जो राधा रानी के लोटस फीट है उन पे पैर उनको अपने सर पे रखते हैं. So Shri Krishna is begging Radhika, "Oh Devi, I am taking my ears in my hands and promising that I will not be naughty. I will not disturb you. Please be happy with me. I am giving you my flute. I am offering the peacock feather from my head to your lotus feet. Smara Garala Khandanam. I cannot tolerate separation from you, not even for a moment. I will die without you. So you should excuse my fault. Never in the future will I do anything like this in my life. I have done something wrong. You should excuse me. Please excuse me." Actually, Sri Jiva Goswami, Jayadev Goswami could not write this. But our Goswamis like Srila Rupa Goswami, who is Srila Rupa Manjari, oh, they could do so. How glorious is Radha. Jaya Jaya Madhav Daite. Shri Krishna is controlled by Srimati Radhika. Gokul Taruni Mandan Mahite. So many gopis live in Gokul. They are extremely beautiful. And Chandravali is especially beautiful, but not like Radhika. Taruni Mandan Mahite. In this world, no one is near and dear to Krishna or as Radhika. Damodar Rati Vardhan Veshe. Who is Damodar? Damodar is controlled by his mother. But in the connection, that very Damodar is now controlled by Radhika. इसलिए he is not Yashoda Damodar, he is Radha Damodar. Vardhan Veshe. To increase Sri Krishna's love and affection, she appears in so many beautiful ways. ठीक है? And where is she? Hari Nishkut Vrindavipineshe. Hari means Krishna who attracts everyone, who takes the heart of everyone, especially the gopis. His garden is Vrindavan, where Yamuna is flowing, peacock are dancing, and cuckoos are singing. Everywhere there are Beli, Chameli, and Kadamba flowers, where Chandra, the moon, and all other stimuli and Uddipana resides. There, Krishna is not Vrindavaneshwar, because Vrinda Devi has given Vrindavan to Srimati Radhika. Srimati Radhika is Vrindavaneshwari. Sri Krishna especially is not the Lord and controller of Rasa Leela. Raseshwara, he is. Radhika is Raseshwari, the controller of Rasa Leela. Lord Krishna is one of the participants, but Radhika is all in all. Jaya Jaya, O Devi, the glories be glorious. Sprinkle a particle of your mercy upon me. Vishabhanu Dadhi Nava Shashileke Lalita Sakhi Guna Ramita Vishake. From the ocean of Vishabhanu Maharaj, you arise like the new moon. O dear most friend of Lalita, O you who captivate the heart of Vishakha with your charming qualities. Lalita Sakhi Guna Ramita Vishake, you are the Sakhi of Lalita. In what way? Druteva Jendra Tande Tanu Sushushtavam Madakshina Bhava Kalankini Lagavaya Radhe Giram Shunuhitam Iti Shikshayantim Devim Gune Sulelitam Lalitam Namami. ठीक है, ये ललिता अष्टकम है, हमने लास्ट में क्लास में दी थी. ओ कलंकिनी, Brajendra Nandan is very cunning. So be firm in your contrariness. Don't give unto gentle submission. Radhe, listen to these beneficial words. In this way, she gives instruction. I offer my pranam unto Lalita Devi, who is the repository of charming qualities. श्री कृष्णा को जो बंदा ठीक कर सकता है दुनिया में, वो केवल एक ही व्यक्ति है, ललिता सर की। ठीक है ना? तो क्या है कि ललिता सर की कभी कभी राधा रानी को भी डांट देती है, कलंकी नहीं बोल रही हो, कलंकी नहीं, वो अनचेस्ट वन। हाँ, हालांकि मुझे भी पता है कि कृष्ण राधिका इज मैरिड टू कृष्णा, बट शी इज जस्ट सेइंग इट सो दैट राधा रानी कैन गेट अप. Get up means like it's a kind of icebreaker. Oh, Kalankini! Like, you tell somebody, hey, oh, कहाँ जा रहा है? तो एक बार कृष्ण was very intoxicated, आ रहे थे वो राधा रानी के कुंज से, सामने से आ रही चंद्रावली, उन्होंने चंद्रावली को देख के बोला, ओ राधे, कहाँ जा रही हो? एकदम से गुस्सा आया उसको, चंद्रावली को, कहती ओ कंस, तू कहाँ जा रहा है? एकदम से कृष्णा जग गया है, कंस, कंस कहाँ है? तो इसी तरीके से कभी कभी आंखों जगाने के लिए हो कलम की नहीं, तू ब्रजेंद्र नंदन के चक्कर में फंसी हो, तुझे जो है वो बेवकूफ बनाएगा. ठीक है, और मेरे को बता रही हूँ, ये मेरे शब्द जो है बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. डोंट जस्ट गिव इनटू जेंटल सबमिशन. अपने आप को सरेंडर मत कर. दिस इज व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द ब्यूटी ऑफ ललिता सखी, हु इज ऑल द टाइम ऑलवेज trying her best to protect Radharani, to save Radharani from the cunningness of Krishna. Srimati Lalita Devi is so near and dear to Srimati Radhika. Sometimes she controls Radhika. Durute Vajendra Lalita says Vajendra Nandan is, well, the Krishna is a high class of cheater. He's black inside and outside. He's black everywhere. So do not submissive towards him. Always act in such a way as to control him. Do not give up your man. Radhika wants to give up her man, but Lalita tells no, not to do it. Why? Radhe giram shrinu hitam hiti shikshetim. Yani ke Lalita is the guru of Radhika, and therefore she can grant anyone dasya prema. इसीलिए प्रोमिनेंट जो मोस्ट प्रोमिनेंट वो है मंजरी है, वो भी रूप मंजरी है. शी इज अंडर हिम, लविंग सर्विस टू राधिका. राम काम पी ब्रजे कुले विश्वभानुजय प्रेक्ष्य स्वपक्ष पद्मिम अनुरुध्यमानम सद्यस्तदिष्टगणेन कृतार्थयान्तिम देवीं गुणेषु ललितां नमामि. Upon seeing any young maiden anywhere in Braja and discerning that she is inclined towards Vishabhanu Nandini, Lalita immediately fulfills all that maiden's internal desires and makes her life successful. I offer my pranam unto that Lalita Devi, who is a repository of charming qualities. चंद्र प्रेम रस ये पुलतो प्रियतया प्रागल भयम आपता तो विवज विलास तवा. हाँ, विवज विलास तवा बहुत बड़ी किताब है. Lita is drowning in the utterly unfathomable prema rasa. She, Radha, Krishna are her prana preshta, and her dearest beloved and life of her life. And every day, with the boldness, Pragal Bhatta, born of her love for them both, she arranges for their loving meeting. With great expertise, she instructs her Sakhi, Srimati Radhika, may she accept me as a Paledasi, one of the attendant maid servant in her personal group. ठीक है, दिस इज द ब्रज विलास तवा. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्रेयर है वैसे हम लोगों के लिए. Sri Vishakha Devi is favored by the youthful couple on the coconut, on the account of her qualities of intimate love, playful humor, and daring amorous curiosity. Her charming celestial Singing mocks the sweetness of the cuckoos. May that Vishakha mercifully train me in the art of music. इसीलिए मैंने गुरुकुल के अंदर जब म्यूजिक डिपार्टमेंट रखा था उसका नाम रखा था प्रोजेक्ट विशाखा because in mridang, kirtan, harmonium, she is very expert in playing mridanga. Her voice is so sweet, even more so that Krishna's. So then Krishna's, So all her qualities are like those of Radhika. I pray that she will make me her Shishya, disciple, and give me training on how to serve Radhika and Krishna. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Varanita Charite. In this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami says that even those who are first class Brahmavadis like Sukhdev Goswami and the four Kumaras are glorifying Srimati Radhika, Nishant Leela, and the other pastimes of Vashakali Leela were told to the four Kumaras by Lord Shiva, and then they wrote about them in Brihad Vamana Puran. So therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami is even glorifying persons like Sanaka, Sanandan, Sanatan Kumara, who are forever 5 years old, who are always naked, and who are the first sons of Lord Brahma. In this connection, Sanatana Goswami means Sanatana means Sanatan of the four Kumaras, not Sanatana Goswami. But Sri Sanatana Goswami is also glorified Srimati Radha, especially in Brit Bhagavatamrita. And in this Vaishnava Toshani commentary of Srimad Bhagavatam, so it can also refer to.
Do a lot of things now. Please don't disturb me.
So Srimad Bhagavatam, so it can also refer to him. You have all come for Harikatha, and we will give you Harikatha. We will give the Harikatha that Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada has left for me. He also told me you should give this. Some problem may come while hosting devotees, but try to be tolerant. Try to drink the nectar of Harikatha with the 2 cups of your ears. Srila Sukdev Goswami has spoken this katha, but not openly, like I am. In speaking, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukdev Goswami has never openly mentioned Radhika's name, nor did he reveal the name of Chandravali or Lita or Vishakha, but Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has revealed this. And being in his line, I am also telling you so many secret names and the sweet pastimes connected to those names. Try to take this into your heart and preach our mission throughout the whole world. Do not be weak. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Daidev. श्री राधा अष्टमी तो आज राधा अष्टमी है राधा अष्टमी मेरे गुरुदेव का लेक्चर वो पढ़ते हैं वेरी गुड थिंग श्री कृष्णा विहरे राधिकार दास आमी तो सहिते नारी युगल मिलन सुखेर कारण जीवन छाड़ीते पारी. I cannot tolerate Radhika's condition in separation from Sri Krishna. Thus, I am fully prepared to give up my life for the sake of their happy reunion. We should pray to Radhika ji on this auspicious day of her appearance. But how do we pray? If we pray in our own words, even in very poetic word, will it help? No. If we pray in our own words, even in very poetic words, will it help? No. If we pray under the guidance of Srimati Radhika's maid servant, a self-realized soul, with his words, then it might give us some result. Radharani ne mari miss call. Krishna bole hello, hello. ऐसा करने से हमें कभी कृष्ण भक्ति प्राप्त नहीं होने वाली. चाहे लोग किसको कितना बड़ा भाव बोले, ये स्टुपिडिटी है. और राधा तेरी चुनरी और राधा तेरा कंगना, पीछे पीछे सारी नगरिया, ये सब गाने जो सुनते हैं हम राधा रानी के नाम पर, इज ऑल स्टुपिडिटी. तो इससे कभी भी we can never ever attain Krishna prema, we can never ever attain bhakti. In this mood, we pray with the words of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is expressing a desire at Radhaji's lotus feet. Only under the guidance of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is it possible to render service to Srimati Radhika. In the mood of Srimati Radhika's maidservant, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has prayed, when will that day come that I am unable to tolerate separation from her? When will that day be mine that I will actually be able to feel the pain of Radhika Ji's and be unable to tolerate her being in such pain? For Radha and Krishna to meet, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is ready and willing to repeatedly give up his life. Radhika Charan Tajiya Amar Shaneke Pralaya Haya Radhikar Tar Shat Bar Mari Se Dukha Amar Saya. If I were to renounce Radhika's lotus feet for even an instant, I would become totally devastated. For Radhika's sake, I would tolerate the agony of death hundreds of times. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur is saying, I can give up anything, even anything, I can even give up Krishna, but I cannot give up the lotus feet of Radhika, even for a moment. For the service of Radhika, I am prepared to die hundreds and millions of times, but I could never tolerate give up her association for a second. Even when will that day come that I can render some service to her lotus feet? How can I have attachment for this Radhika and how can I attain the perfection of service at his lotus feet? Eheno Radhar Charana Yugale Parichaya Pabu Kabe Ha Braj Jana More Daya Kori Kabe Braj Vanila Be. When shall I attain the service to Radha's lotus feet, O residents of Braj? When will be merciful to me and take me into the forest of Braja? विलास मंजरी अनंग मंजरी श्री रूप मंजरी आर अमा के तुलिया लहो निज पदे देखो मोरे सिद्धि सार. ओ विलास मंजरी कौन है? जी गोस्वामी. अनंग मंजरी ओ रूप मंजरी, lift me up and bring me too close to your lotus feet, thus granting me the unlimited ultimate perfection. Weeping bitterly, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying, O Brajavasis, please be merciful to me. Place me in the service of the divine couple. Especially, please place me in the service of Radhika's lotus feet. When will that day come that Sri Vilas Manjari and other will take me to Braj? I long to render services. In this poem, we see that Radha and Vishakha are not mentioned. They are not entities of Yogamaya, Purnima, or Vrindadevi, Rather, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's prayers are directed to Rupa Manjari, Vilas Manjari, Anang Manjari. Why is it this so? The mood that we wish to attain is not possible without their mercy. That is why sadhaka practitioners pray in this manner. Rather than, see, we are praying to Lalita and Vishakha, of course, but we should also pray directly to Rup Manjari, Rati Manjari, Vilas Manjari, Gur Manjari, Ras Manjari, है ना? क्यों? क्योंकि इसको समझना पड़ेगा कैसे कि जब दो तारे होती है ना, अगर वो एक दूसरे से जोड़ी जाए, लेकिन अगर उसमें तुमने जो रबड़ की जो कवर है वो नहीं हटाई है, तो कभी करंट फ्लो नहीं हो सकता. तो क्या होता है, मोस्टली जब हम लोग कभी किसी का कनेक्शन बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं, वो गुरु या कोई भी हो, वो एक्सटर्नल होता है. एक्सटर्नल कनेक्शन क्या होता है? एक्सटर्नल कनेक्शन होता है, वो मेरा गुरु बहुत अच्छा स्पीकर है यार, वो मेरा गुरु बहुत अच्छा कीर्तनिया है, वो मेरा गुरु जो है वो बहुत अच्छा स्पीकर, बहुत स्मार्ट है. माय गुरु इज अ वेरी गुड मैनेजर, माय गुरु इज अ वेरी गुड अथॉरिटी. My guru is a very good leader. So all these kind of misconceptions, these are external qualities. They're not the internal qualities. These qualities are good enough for you to glorify your guru externally. But the internal appreciation is my guru is always absorbed in the service of Srimati Radhika. ठीक है. और इसीलिए गुरु को जब तक हम हार्ड मास का शरीर या फिर उसकी क्वालिटीज जो एक्सटर्नल क्वालिटीज है उसके बेसिस पे देखते रहेंगे तो हम कभी भी गुरु के साथ कनेक्ट नहीं हो पाएंगे. हाँ, कि चलो तुम्हारा गुरु तो बहुत अच्छा सिंगर, तुमको गाना आता ही नहीं, तुम क्या करोगे? क्या करोगे? तो उस केस के अंदर क्या होगा, फिर आदमी का कनेक्शन इस तरीके से ब्रेक होगा, यू नो. तो वो कनेक्शन तभी इस्टेब्लिश हो सकता है जब हम ये देखेंगे अरे मेरा गुरु भी मंजरी और हम भी मंजरी, है ना. मुझे अगर राधा रानी के फूलों के ऑर्नामेंट्स बनाने को अच्छा लगता है तो मैं अपने गुरुदेव के अंदर करूंगा, अपने गुरु मंजरी के अंदर करूंगा, यू नो. तो वैसे नॉर्मली स्वरूप जो होता है वो गुरु ही रिवील करता है, ठीक है. कभी डायरेक्टली देता है, कभी रिवील करता है. तो अगर हमें गुरु का स्वरूप पता है और गुरु की सेवा पता है तो it becomes little easy for us to understand कि what services can we offer to Radharani. And it's not compulsory कि that जो गुरु की सेवा होगी वही तुम करोगे या उसी के अंदर करोगे. ऐसा भी होता है कि गुरु जो है वो आपको किसी और दूसरे गुरु के अंदर डाल दे, क्योंकि गुरु तो हमारे एक नहीं है ना, बहुत सारे हैं. शिक्षा गुरु भी है, दीक्षा गुरु भी है. इसलिए बोला गुरुदेव ने कि the mood that we wish to attain is not possible without their mercy. That is why sadhaka practitioners pray in this manner. If such a mood as there dawns in our heart, then our lives will be successful. And someday we will be known as Guru. The devotees then sang Srila Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj Udeshya Rachita Gita Baliya Prachalita, also known as Kothai Go Premamai Radhe Radhe. The song glorifies the life goal of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. So, he is never saying he he's saying like Kothai Go Premamai Radhe Radhe. He's not saying that Radharani I have. You know what Radharani? Or Acharyas, they've always said, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? They're always in search of it. Huh? He Radhe, Braj Devi ke chalalite, he Nand suno kuta, Shri Govardhan kalp pad pratale, Kalindi vane kuta. They're always searching. कभी गोवर्धन, कभी कहीं, कभी कहीं, कभी कहीं. हाँ, तो ये है हमारे.
Prabhuji, no sound.
विशाखा भी है, लिखा है. तुंग विद्या जो है, शी इज वेरी एक्सपर्ट इन स्क्रिप्चर्स एंड ऑल. तुंग विद्या से तो we discussed earlier some tattva from Radharani. Shila Krishna, हाँ तो क्यों राधा में जिस तरीके से बोलते थे कोठाई गो प्रेम में राधे राधे. So हे राधे ब्रज देवी के चले हे नंद सुनो कुता, श्री गोवर्धन कल्प पाद पतले कालिंदी वने कुता, घोषंता विच सर्वतो व्रत फले खेले महावीरो, वंदे रूप सनातनो रघुगो, श्री जीव गोपाल को. So we discussed earlier some tattva from Radharani. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has heard all this form, Srila Swarup Damodar, Sri Raya Ramananda, Srila Rupa Goswami, and especially from Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. And thus he has presented it. Srimati Radhika's name is Govinda Nandini. She will make Sri Krishna happy. There is nothing higher than this. Srila Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami has revealed some of the name of Radhika in his Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 4. One of her name is Govinda Nandini. Govinda is the controller of everything, right? And he is the supreme limit of the conception of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He is the extremely limit of the conception of the Supreme and sweetness who can give happiness to him. Only one personality can do so, Krishna himself, in the form of Srimati Radhika. She is Govinda Mohini. Krishna is attracts all living entities, including animals, trees, and creepers. And he especially attracts all the Braj gopis. But Radhika can attract him. You know? So Krishna bewilders everyone in this world by his Maya Sakhi. And his spiritual world, he bewildered all by his beautiful form, qualities, and pastimes. He can bewilder everyone, yet Srimati Radhika can bewilder him. Krishna is Govinda Sarvasva. Govinda Nandani Radha, Govinda Mohini, Govinda Sarvasva, Sarvakanta, Shiromani. ये चार नाम है Radharani के. So she is everything to Krishna. She is the be all and end all for Krishna. For him, nothing else remains. Shri Radha is Sarvakanta Shiromani, the crown jewel of all Krishna's beloveds. All the gopis are searching for Krishna after his disappearance from the Rasa dance. When Srimati Radhika, when Radhika's Swapaksha gopis, the gopis from her own group, saw her footprints along with Krishna's, they become very happy knowing them to be hers. However, when the other gopis, group of gopis saw, not knowing to whom they belong, they understood that this particular gopi had served Krishna more than any other person. Therefore, he left the Rasa dance with her alone. And Radha herself has become Chandravali. All the other gopis, there is no beloved of Krishna other than Srimati Radhika. She herself has become all the Lakshmis and all the queens of Dwarka. If a person thinks deeply upon this, he will understand her greatness. Sita Devi and Lakshmi are manifestation of Radha only. And she assumes these forms to fulfill Krishna's desire. She is Sarva Lakshmi. क्या सकते हो? वो देवी है ना, शक्ति है, वो भी शक्ति का स्वरूप है, और राधा रानी का एक्सपेंशन है. देवी कृष्ण मही प्रोक्ता राधिका पर देवता सर्व लक्ष्मी मही सर्व कांति संमोहिनी परा. She who shines brilliantly, who is not different from Sri Krishna, is called Srimati Radhika. She is most worshipful and presides over all goodness of fortune. She possesses all splendor and completely bewildered Sri Krishna. She is the supreme internal potency of Lord. She is Krishna's Vasatanagari. She who can completely fulfill all of Krishna's desire. She Krishna Mai. She sees Krishna everywhere, inside and outside herself. Wherever her mind or senses go, it is only for and about Krishna. In all 10 directions, wherever she casts her glance, even when she sees a tamal tree, she thinks, oh, there is Krishna. When she sees Yamuna or Govardhan, she sees Krishna, Krishna's form in Prema Rasamaya, made of the mellow of love, and he is accompanied by Sri Radhika. Her name is Radhika because she fulfills all the desires of Krishna. That service is her worship, her aradhana. Another reason is because Krishna himself worship her. ठीक है, कृष्णा क्या कहते हैं, अन्याराधितो नूनम भगवान हरे ईश्वरा यानु विहाय गोविंदा पीतो याम अनयद रहा. Surely this gopi has truly worshipped Bhagwan Shri Hari, the supreme autocrat. Otherwise, why has Govinda left us all and only taken her with him? So there goes Swami Vyasadeva are saying, it is she who has the most definitely worshipped Krishna because he takes her on his shoulder to a solitary place. Taking Srimati Radhika to a solitary place after leaving the Rasanas is an example of Krishna worshipping her. At that time, even the Vipaksha Gopi, यानी कि चंद्रावली, confirmed that Radhika is Parama Devata. ठीक है, अतएव सर्व पूज्या परम देवता सर्व पालिका सर्व जगतेर मता. Therefore, Radha is Param Devata, her the supreme goddess, and she is worshipable for everyone. She is a protectress of all, and she is the mother of the entire world. She is the most worshipable of all. Moreover, she is worshipped by Krishna himself. Is she not therefore worshipable for everyone? Once Radhika asked Vrinda Devi, where are you coming from? She replied, I am coming from Radhakund. I saw Krishna there. Radharani asked, what was he doing? Vrinda Devi replied that he was dancing Radha. And asked, oh, so was his dancing teacher? Who was his dancing teacher? Vrinda Devi told her, your reflection, Radhika, which he sees in every tree. तो सारे पेड़ों को नाचते हुए देख के Krishna was learning dancing. Sarva Palika, she is protectress of all. Sarva Jagater Mata, she maintains all living entities with prema. Therefore, prema exists in this world comes from Radhika. She is the mother of everyone. Why? Because she nourishes everyone by giving them Krishna prema. Krishna is the principal deity for all incarnations and all living entities as well. Similarly, there are millions of Lakshmi and Radhika is worshipable for them all. This is confirmed in the glorification of Brahma Samhita. Chintamani Prakara Sadma Shukalpa Viksha Laksha Videsha Surabhira Dipalayantam Lakshmi Sahastra Sadasambra Sevya Manam Govindamali Purusham Tamham Bhajami. The transcendental realm is eternally adorned by millions of wish-fulfilling trees, by pavilion made of desire-fulfilling jewels, and by innumerable wish-fulfilling cows. There are thousands upon thousands of Lakshmis of rupees are rendering service to the Supreme Personality with great affection. I worship that original Supreme Personality of Sri Govinda. ठीक है, तो मतलब Sri Radhika is a Sarva Lakshmi Mahi, which means that all the gopis emanates from her, and of all beauty, splendor that exists, she is the source. She is therefore the predominating deity of all the Sakhis, as many beloved as there are. She is the controlling deity of all. She is Kanti. What does that word indicate? Krishna's desire. She is the only one who can fulfill the desire of Krishna. There were hundreds of millions of gopis dancing in the Rasa dance, but when Radhika left, Rasa dance stopped. Radhika Karen Krishna Vanchita Puran Sarvakanti Savadera is Arth Vivan Jagat Mohan Krishna Tohar Mohini At Eva Samastera Parathakurani Radha Purna Sakhi Krishna Purna Shaktiman Radha Purna Shakti Krishna Purna Shaktiman Dui Vastu Bhedanai Shastra Praman. Kanavati Madani? मिल गया आपको आंसर? राधा पूर्ण शक्ति कृष्ण पूर्ण शक्तिमान दुई वस्तु भेद नाए शास्त्र प्रमाण. ठीक है. मृग मद तार गंध जैसे अविच्छेद अग्नि ज्वालते जैसे कबू नाही भेदा। राधा कृष्ण अच्छे सदा एक ईश्वरू लीला रस अश्य वादिते धरे दुई रूप Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela. Shri Radhika fulfilled all the desires of Sri Lord Krishna. This is the meaning of Sarva Kanti. Lord Krishna enchants the world, but Radha enchants even him. Therefore, she is the supreme goddess of all. Radhika is the powerful, is full powerful, and Lord Krishna is the processor of full powerful. The two are not different as evidenced by the revealed scriptures. They are indeed the same, just as the birth and its sense are inseparable, or as fire and its heat are not different. Shri Radha and Krishna are eternally one identity, yet they have assumed two forms in order to relish the mellow of loving pastime. In order to taste all the Radhika's loving mood, Krishna appears as Mahaprabhu, who is a combined form of himself and Radha. Had he come alone, it would not have been possible for him to taste all these mellows. He cannot do so in Braj Leela. How does Krishna feels when he is in Mathura and Dwarka in deep separation from Radhika? He prays, he Radha ya Radha mero man, hamesha tero mein hi basyo raho hai. Oh Radhe Radha, मेरो मन हमेशा कहाँ पे बसे हुए हैं तेरों में ही बसे रहे हुए हैं Oh, most worshipful Radha, my mind is always absorbed in you. I am always anxious to see you. So somehow, in some form, I stay in Vrindavan. Oh, Srimati Radhika, I'm roaming in those forests, playing on my flute, only in search of you, to understand who you are and relish your rasa. Oh, Radhika, I go to the Yamuna and not to take bath, but only to meet with you. Otherwise, what need is there to go there? I sit on the bank of Yamuna only to meet with you and serve you. My gazing the cow is only a pretext so that I can search for you. Indeed, you are the sole reason for all the activities in the universe. I become so eager to have the vision of your beauty, and my eyes move here and there, and my mind becomes restless. I wait underneath or kadamba tree, thinking when will she pass by this? A chakor bird will suffer thirst rather than drink anything but the rain that falls during the Swati Nakshatra. Similarly, I am like that bird, and your beauty is the rain. Such beauty steals my heart, as does your modesty. And all your qualities, I am yearning for you, lost in thoughts of you. Upon hearing your glories, I remain obvious even to my own self. What can Radhaji say after hearing such words? She reciprocates a similar move. O Pranath, O Lord of my life's breath, I am yours, eternal servant, and you are my life and soul, the only love of my life. I surrender myself unto your lotus feet. You may love me or neglect me. By your actions or by your mind, you can leave me and make me suffer. Whatever you desire, your happiness is my happiness, and your life is my life. I do not want anything other than your happiness, just as you know my happiness and sorrow, I also know yours. You feel happiness by seeing me, but by seeing you, I feel a happiness that is million of greater times greater. There is no comparison to my happiness in these worlds. I'm happy only by seeing your happiness. You're the reason behind whatever bliss I distribute to others, because the sole cause of my pleasure is your pleasure. I only desire your happiness. I want to see your happiness from morning to night and night to morning. By seeing me, you become happy. Therefore, I decorate myself in many ways with Shringar and Alankar. I do this for you only. I do this because by seeing me, thus ornamented and decorated, you feel great pleasure. I dedicate myself to your lotus feet only to increase your satisfaction and fulfill your desire. I become so happy when you say to me, you are my beloved, my mistress, my life and soul. No one can understand the happiness I feel. There is no comparison to it in this world. When you say to me, "Oh Swamini ji, oh Praneshwari Radhika," "Oh my Kanta," although I accept these forms of address and although my heart become overjoyed seeing you happy, when you taste these words at the same time, I feel embarrassed and feel as if the earth should swallow me. Externally, I feel shy, but internally, I'm extremely happy. Krishna then said to Radhika, "You are the abode of matchless love. O Vishwabhanu Nandini, daughter of Vishwabhanu Maharaj, you are the abode of the rasas. What am I? I'm always moving from one forest to another to graze cows. I'm foolish and irreligious. Other than for herd, other than for cow herding, I have no intelligence at all. I do not know the rules and regulations of love. Only you can teach me about this. Like a village boy, I'm always running after cows, playing hide and seek, and other unrefined games. Whereas you're the river of nectarian prema. I am like scorching hot sand in the summer, and you're the river of cooling nectar. You can there be Oh my God. Any comparison between you and me? When you give me your loving darshan, I immediately become so happy. There is no comparison to my happiness when you mercifully glance towards me. I become indebted to you, for I am forever bereft of the wealth of Prema. Krishna also told the gopis during the Ras Leela, I have no qualification. I'm only a beggar of your love. My darling gopis, your meeting me is innocent and immaculate in every respect because it is devoid of even a single iota of desire for your own happiness. It is overflowing with supremely pure love. Although the bond of affection for the members of one's own home are impossible to overcome, you have completely demolished them. Thus, for loving services to me, you have transgressed the moral laws of this world. Even if I were, as long as the gods, I would be able to requite even one drop of your love, sacrifice, and service of all you may free me from debt simply by your own gentle nature. But I am forever the debtor of your prema and will always continue to be. Now Krishna has confirmed this by telling Sri Radhika that I am so indebted to you. How can I become free from this debt? You are the abode of mercy. Please be merciful. Only you can give me love and fulfill my desire. Although I can never repay my ever increasing debt to you, still, out of your kindness, never stop showing your mercy on me. This is my request. Srimati Radhika became embarrassed and replied, Oh Sham Sundar, oh, you whose eyes are like lotus petal, oh, you who are the son of the king of the Braj, O thief of my heart, I continuously have darshan of you within my heart. To meet with you, I will give up all the rules and regulations of society. I will leave my in-laws' house and give up all considerations of shyness and respect from other religion and irreligion. I want to come to you and keep you as my own. I want to stay close to you and not lose you even for a moment. But I'm only a village girl. Earlier, Krishna was saying that he's a villager, and now Srimati Radhika is also saying, I just feel like you that I have no qualities at all, and I'm not beautiful. You, on the other hand, are extremely qualified and beautiful. You're the ornament of a dynasty. There is no rasa in me. I have no idea about rasa. Whereas you are the abode of rasa. You are the ocean of mercy. So please bestow your mercy upon me by residing permanently in my heart. This is my desire. All this is based on the teaching of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Without the mercy of Sri Rupa Goswami, path and Srila Raghunatha Goswami path, no one could have written about these topics. Our sampradaya is very rich. What is our wealth? Radhaji is our wealth. Radhaji's names are our wealth. The conception that Radhika is the center of all the exclusively for those in our Gaudiya Sampradaya. All other Sampradaya worship Krishna as the supreme. The speciality of the Gaudiya Sampradaya is that they worship that Krishna who feels separation from Radhika. Why? Srila Guru Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj is glorifying and praying to Radha Raghunatha Goswami in his Kirtan. उद्देश्य रचिते बोलिता प्रचलिता उचित गीता बोलिता प्रचलिता. He says that Raghunatha Goswami was always roaming throughout Braj, sometimes in Nidhuvan, sometimes in Vamshivata, calling out Radhe, Radhe. Oh my God. What a lecture. Huh? Mataji, any comment? Anything? Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Bol.
Hari Bol.
हाँ.
Hare Krishna.
Any comment, Mataji?
नहीं प्रभु जी, नो कमेंट. क्लास अच्छा था, बस एक कमेंट है.
अरे एक बात बताओ प्रभु,
हाँ.
इसमें मैं उस दिन कहीं देख रहा था कि अब जैसे जो वैष्णव है वो राधे राधे से संबोधित नहीं करते दूसरों को, तो हरे कृष्णा ही कहते हैं. तो इसका रीजन कुछ आइडिया है इसके बारे में?
अरे मुझे वैष्णव वैष्णवी है, सब जगह वैष्णव वैष्णव है. ठीक है. देख, सब जगह वैष्णव वैष्णव है. वो जो राधे राधे बोलते हैं वही वैष्णव है, और जो हरे कृष्णा बोलते हैं वही वैष्णव है. देख, संबोधन करने की बात रही तो ब्रज के अंदर 90% लोग आज भी राम राम बोलते हैं दूसरे को. पता है?
अच्छा.
और हाँ, जैसे हरे कृष्णा है ना, हरे कृष्णा का बेसिकली मतलब यही है कि हम लोग कृष्ण को राधा रानी के साथ हमेशा रख रहे हैं. ठीक है. कभी कभी क्या है, हरे का मतलब भी राधा रानी होता है ना.
ये जेन्युइनली होता है या सिर्फ बताया जाता है हमको?
भैया
क्वेश्चन
रीजन नहीं है. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, मतलब कृष्ण को हरने वाले, कृष्ण के माइंड को हरने वाले. मदन, ये जो पूरा मतलब, अब प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना कि तुम क्लासेस में आते नहीं हो रेगुलरली. तो तुम आओगे तो तुमको समझ में आएगा कि रूप गोस्वामी, जीव गोस्वामी, सनातन गोस्वामी वो जो हरिनाम का मतलब बता रहे हैं तो किस तरीके से बता रहे हैं.
अच्छा.
बिल्कुल सर.
आ गया इस फोन पे आ गया.
देखो मैं तुमको बताता हूँ अभी, रुको एक मिनट. ये अगर आज तुम्हारे को समाधान इसका दे देता हूँ मैं, ताकि तुम्हारे दिमाग से डाउट निकल जाए. देखो, राधा नाम जो है ना लेना कोई बड़ी बात, कोई वो नहीं है, कोई बुरी बात नहीं है, बड़ी बात भी नहीं है कोई. तुम्हें समझना पड़ेगा एक बात को कि जब तुम्हारी कोई स्वामिनी होगी ना, तो तुम्हारे बाप का नाम लेगा क्या? मोहन, मनमोहन, मेरे पापा का नाम मनमोहन है. हाँ, मनमोहन, मनमोहन कृष्ण इंदिरा नहीं बोलेगा ना, पिताजी बोलेगा, पापा बोलेगा. राइट. तो उसी तरीके से हमारी जो स्वामिनी होती है, ठीक है, तो क्या है कि जो हरे जो नाम है ना, हरे विदिन महामंत्र, देखिए जो है ना यहाँ पे, मैं यहाँ पे इसी बुक के अंदर अगर हम आगे पढ़ेंगे, अगर हमारे पास टाइम हुआ, और अगर मतलब राधाष्टमी के बाद भी अगर हम लोग इस किताब को रखते हैं, एक मिनट शेयर स्क्रीन, तो तुम देखोगे कि यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है. हरे, जस्ट एज अ फायर बर्न्स इवन इफ टच बाय एक्सीडेंट, हाँ, similarly the Lord can remove all the sins of a person with a wicked mind regardless of the mood with which he remembers him. Thus his name is Hari, so he can steal away. ठीक है. और यहाँ पर ये आ गया हरि का मतलब सबको हरने वाला. ठीक है ना. अब ये एक व्याख्या है. दूसरी व्याख्या जो है उसमें है कि कृष्णस्य मनो हरति हर राधा तस्यै संबोधने है. ठीक है. हरे यानी कि श्रीमती राधिका who steals the mind of Shri Krishna is called हरा. देख रहा है स्क्रीन पे? स्क्रीन देख रहा है? यहाँ पे हरे. ठीक है. यहाँ पे हरे कृष्ण से लोक लज्जा धैर्यादि सर्व हरति हर राधा तस्यै संबोधने ही हरे. यानी राधिका causes Shri Krishna to lose all his shyness, sobriety पेशेंस एंड मॉडेस्टी। समझ रहे हैं? फिर दोबारा जो हरे आ रहा है कि यत्र कृष्ण गच्छति तिष्ठन्ति वा तत्र यत्र तत्र पश्यति राधा, मतलब जहां जहां कृष्ण जाते हैं वहां वहां राधा जाती हैं। हाँ, तो ममाग्रे परसेव सर्व तिष्ठन्ति विहरति इति हरा राधा तस्या संबोधने हे हरे। श्री कृष्ण जाइए मत। Hey, Shri Krishna sees Shri Radha next to him wherever, whenever he stands or moves in every direction, and hence his consciousness become captivated by her. Therefore, she is called Hara. She is addressed as Hare. समझ में आया? हम लोग नहीं बोलते हैं, आचार्य बोल रहे हैं। तो हर जगह पे राधा रानी का हरे का मतलब अलग है। एक जगह पे हरे का मतलब है she again steers Shri Krishna away to a secret rendezvous hinted at by her. Therefore, the address to Shri Radha is Hara. Hara changes to Hare in the vocative case. फिर दोबारा हरे जो आता है, कृष्णम वनम हरति वनम, राधा steers Krishna away to the forest. In other words, her attraction takes Krishna to the forest roofs of Vrindavan. समझ रहे हैं? ये वो हरे है। अब राम का मतलब रमरती होता है। कृष्णा, ये राम भगवान राम नहीं है। Shri Krishna playful smile, laughter, darshan, etc. evolve Shri Radhika in numerous pastimes and thus gives pleasure to her. For this reason his name is Rama. Ram is Ramana. और फिर हरे का मतलब होता है तत्कालिकम धैर्य वल्ल बंधनादिकम कृष्णस्य हरति हरा राधा तस्या संबोधने हे हरे। Shri Radha causes Krishna to instantly lose his patience and composure. Therefore, she is Hara and addressed as Hey Hare. समझ में आया बिल्ली? बेटा पहले पढ़ो फिर समझो, समझा? तो हरे कृष्ण is topmost because of this reason. When you say Hare, so Hare means you're also including the Radharani, or not Radharani, single Radharani. एक राधा रानी जो कृष्ण का दिमाग हर रही है, एक राधा रानी जो कृष्ण के साथ चल रही है, एक वो राधा रानी जो कृष्ण को वृंदावन की तरफ लेके जा रही है, एक वो राधा रानी जो कृष्ण के सारे शर्म और लाज को खत्म कर रही है, वो राधा रानी जो कृष्ण को नचा रही है। बोलते रहे उसे बोला, वृंदा देवी तू कहाँ थी? मैं राधा कुंड गई थी कृष्ण को देखने के लिए। क्या कर रहा था? वो नाच रहा था। अच्छा, किसके साथ? वो जो आसपास के जितने कदम के पेड़ है ना उनके साथ। तो लाइक अभी बताया ना, अभी हमने पढ़ा 2 मिनट पहले। तो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हरे कृष्ण बोलने में भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है और राधा राधा बोलने में भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। ठीक है, किसी भी तरीके से कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। हमारे आचार्य यही बोलते थे, हमारे आचार्य भी राधा राधा बोलते थे, कोथाई गो प्रेममयी राधे राधे। ये भजन है, अगर तू कभी से सुनेगा तो अगर मतलब यू विल बी अमेज्ड ये क्या है। को प्रेम, इसका इसके एक एक शब्द कि किस तरीके से जो हमारे आचार्य हैं वो ढूंढ रहे हैं। राधा मोरी प्राणमयी राधे राधे, देखा दिए प्राण जाको राधे राधे। हाँ, हर जगह बोल रहे हैं कि वेर इज राधिका, वेर इज कोथाई को प्रेममयी जो फुल ऑफ प्रेम है। ठीक है, देखा दिए प्राण राख राधे राधे, जो प्राणों को बचाती है। हाँ, ओ प्लीज गिव मी योर दर्शन। देखा दिए प्राण राखो राधे राधे। हाँ, अमर डके तुम्हार अमर राधे राधे। तो वृंदावन विलासिनी हो गई, जो वृंदावन की रानी है। और मन विश्वभानु बाबा कानू मन मोहिनी राधे राधे, कृष्ण का मन को मोहने वाली जो है वो राधे राधे। ये गाते हुए नाचते थे और रोते रहते थे। फिर वो कहते हैं, छप्पन नंद रात्रि ने जाने न राधा गोविंद विने राधे 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 राधे। यानी कि he who knows nothing but राधा गोविंदा throughout the day and night, यानी कि 56 नंदा एक दिन का मतलब 24 घंटे 24 मिनट होता है। हाँ,
हम्म
तो दिन और रात मिला के जो होता है मतलब 24 मिनट के हिसाब से 56 दंडास बोल रहे हैं। हाँ, कि मैं
हम्म
ढूंढ रहा हूं राधे राधे। तार पर चारी दंड श्रुति खाके, सपने राधा गोविंद देखे, राधे 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 राधे। यानी कि मतलब ही टेक्स रेस्ट फ्रॉम ओनली 4 डंडास। 1 घंटा 36 मिनट रेस्ट करता हूँ, लेकिन फिर दोबारा उठ के राधा रानी के दर्शन करने जाता हूँ। मुखे राधा राधा बोले, बासे नया नेर जले, राधे 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 राधे। यानी मुख से तो राधा राधा बोल रहा हूँ और मेरी आंखों से जल बह रहा है। कहाँ है राधा रानी, कहाँ है तू? जी, हमारे आचार्य गाते थे भाई, हम भी राधे राधे करते थे, ऐसी बात
हम्म
नहीं है। ठीक है, हमने भी राधा राधा किया है और हम भी राधा राधा करते हैं।
हम्म
लेकिन यू टू अंडरस्टैंड कि शास्त्रों का जो प्रमाण होता है उसका अपना महत्व होता है। तो अगर हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र दिया गया है, गोपाल मंत्र, काम गायत्री दी गई है, तो हमें उसका जप करना चाहिए और उनका भी मंत्रों का आश्रय लेना चाहिए, ताकि हम अपने जो अपना हरि नाम है हमारा, जिसको हम और ज्यादा अच्छे से इंटेंसिफाई कर सकें और अपने जीवन का गोल अटेंड कर सकें। क्योंकि क्या है, राधा दास्यम।
हम्म
सुना?
हाँ
वेरी गुड। क्वेश्चन पूछा करो, तुम्हारे क्वेश्चन पूछने से ऐसे
हम्म
ऐसे आंसर निकले हैं तो कितने लोगों को पता भी नहीं होंगे।
सही
ठीक।
बात है।
खुशी क्लास के शुरू में आती हुई वापस गायब, फिर आखिरी।
प्रभु जी क्या करूं, मेरे बच्चों को मोबाइल दिख जाता है तो वो मेरे हाथ से मोबाइल
मैं
छीन
भी
लेते
ऐसे
हैं।
मैं भी ऐसे मीटिंग अटेंड करता हूँ। एनीवेज, वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्यो पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव